Measure adoption of your design system with Systemup.io. Connect your Figma design system and your design files. Measure adoption in a few minutes. Systemup enables you to measure the rate of used components, the rate of colors derived from the design system, the rate of text styles. I will go to Systemup.io and log into my account. Once logged in, I can configure my design system by clicking Start Now. I will enter the name of my organization. For an organization, I can create multiple teams. Next, I will create my first team. I can give my team any name I want, or I can use the name of my organization. Now, I will give my design system a name. Here, I will call it CDS. Next, I need to grant access to Figma to import the library of my design system. By clicking Allow Access, I must now import the library where the components of my design system are located. To do this, I will go to Figma and retrieve the URL of my library file. Okay, here the application has detected that I also have text and color styles in this library. I can select these options if I also want to measure them. Great. Now I will import a design file that uses my design system. I go back to Figma and retrieve the URL of this file. Then I can select the frames I want to measure. Here we can see that the application has reconstructed my file as in Figma. I find my pages Design, Page 2, and Cover. If I go back to Figma, we can see that I have exactly the same thing. On Systemup, I can navigate through my Figma file, which is super useful for selecting the screens I want to measure. On the Page 2 inches page, we can see that I have no frame. I will go back to the Design page and select the Measure Me frame and finish configuring my design system. Okay, I now arrive at my dashboard. We can see that I have not yet measured the adoption of my design system. If I want, I can add new teams to my organization or add other design systems for this team. If I go to Handoff Files, I find the file I imported. I can also add others. I will retrieve the URL of another file. Once again, I can select the frames I want to measure. This time, I will select Product Page and Home, and I click Import File. Great! My file is imported directly. Now, if I go to Libraries, I find the library of my design system. If necessary, I can import others. Here, I can choose what I want to measure for another library. This is super useful if I have a library with only colors, for example. I will return to my dashboard to measure the adoption of the design system frames I selected. I have to wait a moment. And there you go. We can see that I have 2 files to analyze, 3 frames to measure, 1 for the first file, 2 for the second file. I find adoption for my components between different files, the average for colors, and also for text styles. It's great. I will also be able to invite other designers to my organization. For that, I will go to the Members page. By clicking on Select Member, I can enter the email address of the person I want to invite. I can assign them a role, Admin. They can edit the organization, teams, and design systems, Member. They will have access to the Figma plugin to measure their screens directly. If you want to see a demonstration of the plugin in Figma, click on the link in the description. Visit Systemup.io and start measuring the adoption of your own design system.